Hello, hello. Hi, Nils. Hi, how you doing? All right, so today, okay, I wanted to sleep. I mean, you would always go sleep, Nils. I appreciate you being here, but it's very late for you, so you can go sleep. I'm not gonna force you here against your will. But today I am doing chapter 13 of Fire Emblem Three Houses, part 2, Crimson Flower. And this is where things start drifting off into a new direction. Oh, demand a song. I'm not even on the screen yet. Hold on. Let me at least, get here first. And tell us a joke, of course. Oh, and a stretch right away. I mean, sure, why not? Hold on. Give me a hot second here, Nils. Oh, and hydrate, naturally. I should probably hydrate before I do the song. Okay, hold up. I'll do hydrate first. Alright, let me go ahead and take care of that. Cheers. There we go. Now, I'm going to go ahead and go over to the screen where I can be, seen before I do the rest of the stuff. Oh, there I am. Haha. All right. I will tell a joke, then I will sing, and then I will stretch. I know that's not the order I was given the things in, but that's the order I'm going to do them in, so bear with me. Alright, so let me find a good one. One I haven't said before, or at least in a while. Which one? Which one? Ah, okay. And then you will go to sleep. I mean, you will go to sleep, or I will go to sleep, because I want to assume you're gonna go to sleep. Why did the orange lose the race? Because it ran out of juice. All right, okay. Now let me find a good song. All right, let's see. Okay, here we go. I got one. Once upon a morning dawn, Ninja Brian and I happened upon a gold pond in a forest enchanted where we both gazed upon a bold sight so fair. See there, beneath the blue waterfall, a mermaid was swimming, and my heart enthralled became lost in the beautiful lines of her face. Her every light movement was exquisite grace. I trembled in silence at the love of my life. Such a delicate moment, I must play this just right. Hey, do you like pizza? I screamed loud as shit. Then I grabbed a whole pizza, threw the fuck out of it. It soared through the air like some pizza-ass doves. Now marvel and witness the glory of love. 'Cause 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 comes the pizza! Splash, splash. The mermaid looked off with her hair in the breeze, where she noticed not my love letter of cheese. I can't see how I may get her soul to listen. Like sunlight she shines, like crystal she glistens. I need to dream an ingenious new scheme, so this angel shall open her heart to me. More pizza, Brian! With onions and ham too. Now coat me in pizza and throw me, goddamn you, as choirs of angels sing out to the sky. In a cheese crust of passion, my true love shall fly. I. Oh, God, my legs. Oh, no, they're definitely broken. Oh, hold on. I have someone at my door. That's about the end of the song anyway. Hold up. Hold up. I'll do all the things in a minute. I guess this counts as my getting up to stretch. Oh, gosh. Okay. Sorry about that. If you can hear me over there, that was my nephew again. He's so very excited to see me. He hasn't been here in a while. Oh. I wasn't even here for those dicks, but thank you for them regardless. Alright, okay. Settling back into place. Alright, anything I'm forgetting? Now I got all my cords tangled up. Oh, I love him, but he chooses the worst times to come in. Sometimes. Poor boy. Alright, okay. Anything I'm missing? What did I miss? Googly eyes. Another hydrate. I just hydrated. Okay, hold on. Let me get the googly eyes. Yeah, there we go. And I guess I will pour myself another drink. Did I forget anything? I'm counting that getting up to deal with him as my stretching, so there's that for you. Eventually I'll actually start the game. Cheers. Almost 15 minutes in, I haven't started playing yet. Alright, there we go. There we go. Now we can actually get into the actual gameplay of this stream. Okay. Hold on. Let me adjust this a little bit. Mic's been a bit sensitive. Well, good night. Okay, good night, Nils. Assuming you're actually going to bed. Sometimes you do, sometimes you don't. But thank you for being here regardless. Alrighty, time to explore. Alright, first, real quick, unit appearance, accessory. I'm going to take off my glasses because I no longer have to teach classes. That rhymed. It's straight up Warface from here on. Now, we already got to see most of the Black Eagles in their time skip outfits. Oh gosh, there's going to be so many supports. Hey, it's Annette.
Oh, hi, Professor.
You look down.
Do you remember what we talked about before? About doing my best to not do my best? Well, I've been pretty busy recently, and despite my best efforts, I've been trying way too hard.
I feel like that phrase is oxymoronical, Annette.
I just couldn't help myself. That's why I decided to take a day off today. It's just, now that I have a day off, I don't know what to do with myself. Please, you have to help me. What should I do?
Nothing. It's a day off. You don't gotta do shit.
Relax if I'm doing nothing. I need something to keep me occupied or I'll go nuts. I'm sorry, but I don't think I'm cut out for not doing my best. Oh! You're a professor. You must know some secret technique for deep relaxation, right?
Look, no offense, but since I started teaching here, the most time I've had off was the 5 years I spent unconscious after being attacked by a dragon. Have some sweets. Those should help.
I'll try that right now. This candy is so sweet and delicious, and it goes so well with piping hot tea.
There you go.
And speaking of the tea, your brewing skills are incredible.
They better be. I've invited so many people to tea.
Nice tea, but oh, Professor, will you teach me how to brew tea like this? I'll do my best to learn, and then I'll make delicious tea for you as thanks.
Is this doing your best?
Oh, sorry. Back to my old tricks, it seems.
Mm-hmm.
So, why is it so difficult to not do my best? Try and try to not try, but it just doesn't work.
Well, that's because you know, going about it the wrong way. Just, you know what? Just be yourself.
Professor, you're right. Doing nothing is just not my style. To be myself, I've got to do my best every day.
That's the spirit.
Okay, then you really must teach me how to make such delicious tea. You will, won't you? Please. Oh, and also, well, thank you. You've listened to me and helped me face my troubles. Now I feel like I can talk to you about anything. Honestly, I wish we could go on drinking tea like this forever.
I'd eventually have to go to the bathroom, but I appreciate the thought. There we go. One student down. Several to go. Alright, let's go check in on everybody, shall we? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Did you scoff at me? Just fucking scoff at me? No, I'm sorry. Who are you? Who are you to be scoffing at me? Huh? Huh? You know who you are? Nobody. You're a nameless, generic NPC. And you're scoffing at me? Me? The main character? How dare you? How dare you? I want to speak to your manager. Where's your manager? I want to speak to him. Give him to me right now. I want to speak to your manager. I want to speak to your manager. That's right. You better walk away.
Hello.
All right. Let's see. Okay. Ooh, it's chug-a-lugging just a little bit. So many things happening down here.
I've been working here for a few years now. There are plenty of others working here too. Since the acolytes and students aren't here, It's up to us to pick up the slack.
I mean, my students are here. Alright, we'll do those things after we talk. Hey, look, it's Mercedes!
I have good friends in both the Alliance and Fargus, so this fighting weighs heavily on me. I can't bear the thought of battling the Knights of Ceros to the death. I have to keep my chin up though, right? Let's press on together, Professor.
Advanced drills. We'll get to that in just a second. Hi, Lysithia. We got to see you, too, so...
It seems we've reached a stalemate on the war front. I admit I'm feeling apprehensive about fighting the Alliance.
Oh, excuse me. You don't have to do anything you don't want to do.
I have to shelve my personal feelings. There are bigger things at play here. I'll fight with full force. I'm counting on you to lead us to victory, Professor.
Alright. I can do that. I mean, I've been doing it so far.
Yes.
Hi, Ingrid.
His Highness, the new king, is in the process of unifying the kingdom under his command. His powerful army has joined forces with the Knights of Ceros, who moved their seat to Fargus. And now they're presenting a united front against the Imperial army. They're our greatest enemy, absolutely.
Can you fight against your homeland?
That's the idea, but there's no turning back now. For now, we should focus our efforts on the Alliance. The Kingdom and Church can come afterwards. Judith, who defends the Great Bridge of Myrddin, is a formidable opponent. We can't afford to drop our guard.
Or the soap.
I need a favor.
Cool, we can do that. Alrighty, let's see who wants to talk over here. Ferdinand von Eyre, naturally.
Take that!
You're fighting more intensely than usual.
Yes, I am in a hurry. Edelgard claims victory after victory. She never stops. 5 years ago, she ascended the throne and swept away the corrupt nobles, my father included. I always thought I would be the one to unseat him, but she did it instead, with all the ease and indifference of someone cracking an egg. Now, as the head of House Eyre, I serve Edelgard. I have to accept that I am her subordinate, working beneath her to reunify Fodlan. The disparity between Edelgard and myself is obvious.
I mean, it was obvious to everybody but you.
Moving forward, single-minded, never wavering. But where does that leave me? Here, flailing about, going nowhere, contributing nothing.
That's not true.
But it is. That is the reality. Not once since our days at the Academy have I exceeded Edelgard's abilities.
Well,
I saw her as a worthy opponent.
yeah.
She did not even see me as a contender. She did not even consider me at all. As the head of the noble House Eyre, I must be able to achieve results. But all my efforts have come to nothing. Results are everything. I have not shown results, so I will be stagnating here forever.
It's the journey, not the destination.
I appreciate that, but it is not enough to persuade me. I know that I have a massive wall to climb, and I must climb it alone. Even so, may I ask a favor?
Yes.
Professor, please keep an eye on my progress. I would appreciate if you were always by my side, bearing witness to my accomplishments.
Hey, I'll keep an eye on your progress, and I'll keep an eye on your progress. Huh? Huh? Progress? Do you get... never mind. We're just gonna pretend I didn't say that.
No. Since the great nobles lost their standing, the regulation of the merchant houses has relaxed somewhat. You'd probably have thought that would make it easier for us to profit.
But the world isn't so simple. The war has made the price of goods unstable, causing no end of hardship for the people.
Yeah, war can do that. Tends to ruin stability.
Hello. The north side of the Great Bridge of Myrddin is in the territory of Acheron of the Alliance.
I'm familiar with his
He's known
ass.
as the Weather Vane. He's a notoriously flippant man. A man like that doesn't have the guts to give it all for the defense of that bridge.
Marianne, huh?
Dear Goddess, I ask for guidance.
Marianne, you have cleaned up remarkably well.
Professor, you're always watching over me, aren't you?
Well, you did just technically call for guidance. So, of course I did.
I've spent my entire life avoiding people. Speaking to others was so difficult for me. So I made a point to always be alone. Animals and the goddess were the only ones I could really open up to.
Well, I'm one of those
Do you
things,
remember the
technically.
time you asked what it was I prayed for?
Thanks and protection? That's what
Yes.
you told me.
But that wasn't the case. Back then, I felt that my life served no purpose, and that I was nothing more than a burden.
Oh, I don't like where this is going.
I was begging the goddess to take me to her.
Oh, I don't
That
like
was
where
my
this is
favorite
going.
prayer. But now I fear the idea of dying and being left alone. I have friends who accept me for who I am now, in spite of my crest. And I have you watching over me. I finally learned to accept the kindness and warmth of others. It's because of you, Professor. Because of you, I've decided to live.
Well, that might be one of my best accomplishments to
I'm
date,
sorry
then.
to have worried you, but I'm all right now. Even if I'm separated from you or any of my friends, the memories I've made here will give me the strength to continue on.
You should look to the future instead of the past. From now on, we'll look to the future. Together.
Oh, I'm sure I'll have the strength to move forward if we're together.
Just stick with me, kid. I'll keep an eye out on you. Hey, it's Lawrence. Holy cow, look at that hair, fella.
Press into Alliance territory. My father is no threat to the Empire. Lady Edelgard surely understands that. The Great Bridge of Myrddin, however, is another story. I hear it is held by Judith of House Daphne. She is renowned for her military prowess. You would do well not to underestimate her.
Holy cow, buddy. You're looking pretty good right there, aren't you? Oh my gosh. Talk about a glow up. You look really bad before, no offense. It was mostly the hair. This suits you much better. Much better. It certainly frames your face better. Hey, Sylvain.
Professor, it's been a really long time, hasn't it?
It has been. And your hair looks no neater than it did before.
Friends and family becoming enemies. One of the things that kept me going was the hope you'd return. And now here you are. A lot has changed, but you're back. And it's the first time I can remember being happy in a while.
That's pretty nice of you, actually. Caspar, we already got to see you, but
Let's do this.
you certainly got taller, though, didn't you? I'm counting on you.
To me, I can take on the whole, most of the enemy's army.
That's a completely different game, alright? Not as short as you used to be, that's for sure. Ignatz, look at you, sir. Holy cow.
I thought you might be at the monastery. That's why I
Talk
made my
about
way
a
here.
growth spurt.
I decided to follow your path because I believed in you. Then you vanished. Now that you've returned, I have my guiding light once again. Welcome back, Professor.
Your hair is different, but not by much. But I think now with this new outfit, it tends to suit you a little better. Plus, your face is a little more defined than it was. Not quite as rounded in its features. So I think it works overall. You got 11 sword from Linhard. Sure, why not? A brave sword. Do that too. Brave axe. Nah, I don't think anyone can use that right now that I'm going to be using. And an elixir. Pass.
Right.
Whee! Zoom, zoom, zoom! Training grounds. Petra.
Edelgard is controlling the Empire. She is putting the pressure on the Kingdom and Alliance. Empire and religion are at open war. It will be difficult for us at first.
Yeah,
But
well,
corrupt nobles
ain't
are
that a
leading.
shame?
That means the common people will rebel and be joining our side. You, Professor,
Yeah,
the people
that's
of
what that means.
will turn. I have certainty.
Ignoring that people will often bicker on what is actually corrupt and what is not.
For 5 years, I've fought for the Empire. I've cut down hordes of enemies. Now I have the same look in my eyes that the boar used to have in his. The look of a savage beast who loves nothing but destruction and violence.
You're right.
I can hardly hold it against him anymore. You and Edelgard must not disappoint me. Mark my words. The future you're building had better be worth all this bloodshed.
Well, it might be worth this outfit all on its own. Although the man bun is an odd choice. I suppose it's a practical decision to keep your hair from getting in the way during fights. Still, very impressive, Felix. Very impressive.
Okay. Professor.
No, more things.
Professor,
Raphael. Yeah, let's go talk.
Hey, Professor. I think you've been working too much lately. The battle's gonna keep going with or without you, but you're the one doing the most out there. It's real impressive how you can focus on giving orders and fighting. I don't think I could do both in the same battle. I see you running all over the place.
You can barely do one in the same battle. No offense.
I just don't want you to wear yourself out.
Maybe I am a little tired.
You gotta take
I mean,
a
I
break
woke
when
up
you
from a
can.
5-year nap,
Even
but
when you're feeling fine, it can suddenly hit you. No offense, Professor, but don't you think some folks might be taking advantage of you?
such
Like you
as...
gave that speech to the troops. That didn't seem like something you wanted to do. I know you gotta follow orders on the battlefield, but you shouldn't have to do things off the battlefield if you don't wanna.
You've done things you didn't want to do.
What do you mean? Like studying? Sure, it's not my favorite thing in the world, but that was to keep my little sis fed. I had good reason for it.
Well, it's the same for me.
The same, huh? I think I get what you mean. You do things you don't want to do for the sake of everyone else. That's real noble of you, Professor. I guess I can't get in your way if you're doing it for the right reasons.
Hey,
Okay.
I have one
I was
reason
still
for
trying to do my
anything I
best,
do,
but now, I'm gonna do it for you.
and that is
My
to
little
keep
sis
my
is
students safe.
But you're real important too. I always work hard for the people who matter to me. And having more of them in my life just means I gotta work even harder. What do you think?
I think you're important to me too, Raphael.
Really?
And I think
I
your
wasn't
shirt
expecting
fits you
you to
much
say
better
that.
than your old one used to.
You're gonna make me blush. We gotta keep working hard together then. At least until this war's over. I'll work to make sure you don't collapse from exhaustion. You
How
got
weird it
nothing
must
to
be
worry
after
about,
spending a
Professor.
full year in a shirt
I've been
that didn't
training
fit right,
I
to have
got your
something
back,
that actually
no matter
does
what.
fit. And it really brings out your shoulders too. Alrighty. Oh, wait, hold on. There was someone up here I haven't talked to yet. Ah, Yaritza. Newest team member. The Death Knight himself.
You've survived. How very fortunate. Were you dead, I wouldn't be able to fight you. But you are very much alive. Now I have a chance to kill you.
Huh. Is it just me? Or did that sound a bit more sensual than a death threat typically does? Now I have a chance to kill you. I'm weirdly confused in my emotions about this. I'm conflicted.
Professor.
Hey, I was just talking to you. I guess I'll go talk to you again.
Finally, I notched a win against you.
I almost had you.
True, it was a narrow victory. When we spar, I feel like I'm revisiting my past.
Why is that?
It's like training with my brother. He always won, always, and died before I could win a single bout. From the first time I held a sword, all I wanted was to surpass him.
Well, I mean, at this point you have. He's dead. You're not. You kind of win by default.
Say such a thing, but I've spent all these years training for a duel with a corpse.
I mean, you found an answer to my question at the very least.
Yes, I suppose I did. I can never again spar with my brother, not unless he climbs out of his grave. Still, I continue my endless pursuit of strength. Maybe because I have a new opponent to measure myself against.
And who would that be?
You, obviously. I beat you this time, but when we next cross swords, who knows what might happen. It was a close match, not a crushing victory. I know that I can do better. I will surpass you in strength, and then I'll become stronger still.
Don't count me out yet.
Just what I was hoping you'd say. Anyway, thank you for helping me find an answer to the question you asked.
As you get stronger, I'll get stronger too, Felix. I'm not gonna let you surpass me quite so easily now.
The last 5 years have been difficult at times.
Have they?
My relationship with Edelgard is rather contentious, due to the incident with my father. Nevertheless, I cannot abandon my family's duties. As Duke Ire, I must play my part in the Imperial Army.
You're
Edelgard
playing your
intends
part
to
in rocking
abolish
that
the
outfit,
nobility,
I'll say that much.
But I know I can dissuade her from doing so.
No lie, like, Ferdinand's time skip outfit might be one of my favorite designs.
Houses dominate the West. House Gloucester has always supported the Empire. There's not much chance of them defying us. So all that needs to be done to restore peace in the West now is to crush House Daphne.
Yeah, all we gotta do is crush people, and that'll bring peace. What a good plan that is. Don't see anything wrong with that statement. No siree.
Hi. Professor.
Alright, let's go talk with Mercy.
Do you have a moment, Professor? I need to speak with you.
Yeah, so does everybody, apparently.
Thank you so much. This is what I wanted to address. This letter from my adoptive father just arrived.
Adoptive father?
Have I not mentioned him? He's the reason I first came to the Officers' Academy. He's also the one who dragged me from the church where I was living, just so he could use my crest.
I don't understand. What did he
My
want?
crest does not yet belong to a house, so he plans to use it as leverage to marry into the nobility. He's a very greedy man who was a roving merchant before adopting me, but now he's in the capital. This letter letter says that he's finally arranged to marry me off to a wealthy noble. I know he's just thinking of himself, but can't he see that this isn't a priority when we're at war?
I don't think it's a priority even when you're not at war.
I don't know what to do about this proposal.
Will you accept?
I can't see any way around it, so I fear that I must. I just don't want to let go of the life that I've made for myself. I know it's not what my heart wants, but I don't have the strength to say no.
What does your heart want?
I believe I've mentioned this before, but I want to work in service of the church. Well, I suppose it doesn't necessarily have to be the church, but I want to help those in need. If I were to marry a noble, I think it would be difficult to realize that dream.
Why can't you decline?
It's just, I've always allowed myself to follow the whims of those above me. I convinced myself that everything in life was at the will of the goddess. I was blind to reality. I believed it was her will to both pull me from the church and guide me to the officers' academy. The decision to enter this war was the first time I acted of my own free will. My adoptive father opposed this decision, but I somehow managed to convince him. Still, I couldn't free myself of him completely. This letter is proof of that. It's not that I'm scared of him, but there is something that worries me.
Severing your ties?
I knew you'd understand, Professor. I've sat down to write a reply several times, but I can't muster up the courage or the words. I was hoping you could provide me with the encouragement I need.
No. Why reply at all? Just ignore his ass.
If I don't, he'll go ahead with the arrangement. I suppose I must aim toward cutting him out of my life completely. Okay. I think that may have been just the push I was looking for. I'll tell him the truth. That I found a life worth pursuing, and I must decline the proposal. Maybe I should tell him I've fallen for someone else.
Alright, just, you know, falling for someone else? I mean, be careful who you choose.
Professor, isn't that obvious?
No, that was not. I wouldn't say obvious. Not in the least bit.
I'm just teasing.
Okay, good.
Now I must
Phew.
letter and stand my ground. Thank you for your encouragement.
I mean, you are one of the few of my students who's technically older than I am, but still. I feel like it'd be a little bit weird. Although I guess technically, even though everyone keeps calling me Professor, you're not actually my students anymore.
Hope you haven't gone soft. I got myself into perfect shape. Took all 5 years of pushing my muscles to the limit. But look.
You look very
Yes, I
strong.
do. You gotta get training if you want to catch up.
Yeah, we both have our different strengths.
What's that look on your face? Surprised to see me?
I mean, a little bit.
Always have been. Even when I was with the Knights of Ceros. I never was too attached to Fodlan. I was considering leaving soon. But I might change my mind if you're around.
Aw, that's sweet, I suppose. Hey, Bernie, look at you with your nice styled hair and your little bow and your...
I've had plenty of time to stay inside lately, so I think it's time I went out. Yeah, I can do this. No more Bernie Bear.
Oh my god, Bernie Bear.
Oh, yeah. People call me Bernie Bear since I hole up in my den all the time. Not anymore, though.
Oh my god, that's the best nickname ever. And you look adorable in that outfit. Your hair's so much better than it used to be. I mean, don't get me wrong, you kind of pulled off the messy look pretty well, but now it's all stylized and stuff. You look so much more confident than you used to.
Ah, a new face. I am Randolph von Bergles.
We met.
I'm the guardian of this place. Wait a moment. I'm sure I've seen you somewhere before.
You have. 5 years ago.
Yes, you're Her Majesty's professor.
I mean, technically I'm not her professor
This is my little
anymore.
sister, Flaish. She's just a rookie, but she's helping me as my assistant.
Hello, I'm Flaish von Bergleys. It's nice to meet you. I know I'm inexperienced, but I'm gonna do my best. You can count on me to look after my big brother.
I've heard you're planning to march into Alliance territory. I'll be here to guard the fort.
So, you're both from the von Berglitz family. You've mentioned this. Does everyone in Caspar's family wear this particularly odd maroonish pink armor? Because Caspar was wearing some like that. You're both wearing it. Is this just like symbolic of the House von Berglitz family, or is this something in general to the Empire itself? I'm curious. I'd love to know the lore. I don't think I'm going to get it, but I'd love to know it.
Professor.
Lawrence, buddy. Hi. How you doing?
Professor, I trust that you have not had any complaints about me lately.
Thankfully, no.
Good. For any trouble I may have caused, please accept my most humble apology. I've decided that it would be inappropriate for me to continue my search for a spouse while we are at war. I expect that means you will not be receiving any more complaints. I hope that puts you more at ease. Actually, the introspection I've gained setting aside my search has motivated me to amend my conduct.
Embarrassed about your past behavior?
Not the phrasing I choose, but you're not wrong. Selfishly pursuing my own desires caused me to behave inconsiderately. For instance, it was arrogant and rude to invite ladies to dine with me purely to evaluate them. Our
Yeah, no shit.
experiences in battle have also given me cause to doubt certain preconceptions I once held.
Such as?
Previously, I had considered it a requirement for my future spouse to come from a noble line. I once thought that commoners lacked the power to influence the wider world, as history might suggest. To find a commoner who made a real impact, one has to look all the way back to Nemesis. That was my belief at any rate. But I realized that I've actually had an influential commoner right in front of me all along.
And who would that be?
Don't you see? I'm referring to you. You may wield the power of a crest, but you are so much more than just that. You have managed to charm everyone around you, to compel them to trust and follow you. Though you may not realize it, that is no mean feat. It is altering the course of history in Fodlan. Your example puts my prior beliefs to shame.
Your beliefs weren't completely wrong, I suppose.
The kind words. I have always sought to embody the ideal of nobility. That, at least, is a goal I continue to stand by. But now I know that bloodline alone is not sufficient to gauge a person's worth.
I mean, yeah, obviously. That was dumb.
Despite your power and skill. That is why I, at least, find you so charismatic. Perhaps that is the wrong way to say it. What I mean is that you set an admirable example. I can only hope someday to be your equal.
I
Of course, you
mean,
had better keep an eye on me.
no
I
offense.
will do anything I set out to do.
No offense, Lawrence, but I still have the power of a goddess backing me up. You got that? Because if you don't, it's gonna be quite the uphill struggle for you. I might not be a commoner, but I still have an advantage that most commoners don't. It's not really fair. I was, born with a particular privilege, you might say. The privilege of having the power of a goddess inside me. And unlike almost any other one, it's pretty much a one-person privilege.
Back to normal soon. People need more to smile about, aside from my great deals. Hey, how about a favor?
Hey, buddy. Do you have anything to report?
Greetings, Professor. Nothing to report. What's that? Do I have brothers in the church? You really are well informed. My older twin works for the Knights of Saros, but I think he's just a grunt, not a noble gatekeeper like yours truly. Unlike me, he's very devout. He left the Empire a long time ago.
Huh, interesting.
By making an enemy of the church, disorder is running rampant among the populace. It's quieted down over these last 5 years, though. The well-being of Her Majesty is steadily improving.
Hey, it's Alois, my older brother slash uncle slash whatever he likes to call himself. Ah?
Long last we meet again. I knew you were alive. I knew you could survive. And 5 years on, you arrive. We're reunited. I'm glad I kept watch for you in the downstream villages all that time. I was so devoted to finding you that I left the Knights of Seros. Now I serve no one other than you. I'll protect you, just as I promised Captain Gerald I would all those years ago.
Aw, Alois. Thank you. I appreciate that. I'm sure if Gerald were here, he'd be proud of you too.
Professor.
Caspar. Let's go have a chat, shall we?
Hey, Professor. Something's been bothering me.
Just the one thing?
Remember that suspicious guy I chased after back when I was a student?
Yeah, the one with the scorpion tattoo.
But at the time, I really thought I was doing the right thing. Now that I've had more experience on the battlefield, though.
I've been looking for you. There isn't much time, so I'll keep this brief. The knights encountered a band of brigands while out marching. It was hard fought, but we prevailed. Our soldiers are highly trained, but the enemy was formidable, and we weren't expecting combat. There were a number of casualties among our troops.
Aw, you don't like hearing that. Why report this to me, though?
There is something I wanted to bring to your attention. The brigands all wore identical tattoos of a scorpion on their arms. Please, keep an eye out for that mark in the future.
Oh, no.
Thank you.
Don't mention it.
You may go.
If you'll excuse me, I need to get back to my duties.
Oh, Caspar.
Heck of a coincidence, right? As soon as I mention that suspicious guy, this happens.
Well, at least it's good to hear they've finally been dealt with.
But some of the knights died in combat. They died because of what I did 5 years ago. This is my fault. If I'd stayed quiet and tracked the guy down like you said, we would have stopped those brigands sooner. And I wouldn't have blood on my hands.
Not necessarily.
It's no use trying to comfort me. You know I'm right. Just say it. Those poor knights. It's all my fault.
Oh, Caspar. Sorry, pal.
Hey there.
Yeah, it's kind of a crap deal, but sometimes you rush into judgment and you end up just making a situation worse. But if anything in life can be seen as a lesson, you can see this one as a lesson to not do that in the future. You'll be more considerate of your actions from now on, I hope.
Apparently, he's back in Fargus serving as a knight again. Which means, if I fight with this army, I'll eventually have to face my own father.
I mean, technically we did that last week. Does that frighten you?
But I've accepted my fate. I'm ready for anything. Of course, if at all possible, I would prefer not to fight my father. This
Yeah, I'm sure we can avoid that.
I have no regrets.
I have no regrets either. Let's say you say that, right? Regrets? Dorothea, where's the rest of that dress?
Professor! Oh my, it's so good to see you. These days, so many old friends seem to be disappearing. But you're here. It's incredible to see you again after 5 years. I have a feeling your name will go down in history.
What? You're saying the person who's literally part of the goddess herself will go down in history? Who could have seen that coming? You know, is it weird that I really miss her hat? Like, her dress is pretty cool and such, but... And I realized that her hat would not work with it. But I still really miss that hat. Harvest, shall we? We got some carnations, some lilies, daffodils, roses, some lavender. Right. Straight yellow seeds this time. There we go. Spread some blessings. Next time we'll do food, though. Gots to do the food.
My adoptive father sent me here so our family name would be known. He doesn't care which side wins, the Empire or the Alliance. However, even if he tells me to come home, I intend to stay. I want to see this new world Edelgard dreams of.
I mean, it sounds like it might be a pretty decent world. I'm not sure it's worth starting a war over. I'm 100% sure there were ways to go about it without doing that, but... I mean, hey, look, sometimes religious leaders go insane and turn into a dragon, and there's nothing you can do about that other than, you know, stand by your students. This just happens. It happens, okay? Alright, who have I not talked to yet? I haven't gone upstairs at all. Or the church. Come on back to the church.
After the battle 5 years ago, the Imperial Army occupied Garreg Mach. The cathedral and several other buildings were destroyed, but we've done some repair work here and there, and we're using the buildings as a base of operations. As for me, well, the church moved its headquarters to Fargus, and I've seen no reason to follow. When I returned to Enbar, I received a summons from Her Majesty, and I chose to answer.
So, you're here because you didn't want to go to Fargus. Makes total sense. Huh. Where did all this debris come from? Did you guys just, like, pile that shit up in one spot? Like, I noticed a huge chunk of the roof is missing. So that's probably where it all came from, but it's all weirdly piled up. If you were gonna be going about moving it, couldn't you have just taken it out of the church itself? There's no way that all that just fell right there. That had to be the work of people sweeping it up into a pile, which, you know, it's a good method to start cleaning things. But why would you sweep it in the furthest position away from the door? Now you gotta carry all this shit all the way down there to toss it out. I mean, I guess there are doors out there, you can just toss it over the side, but that's hardly an efficient method of cleaning. You're just gonna make a mess somewhere else. Ideally, you'd want to put some of these materials back to use if you could. Anything that's still relatively workable. Whatever. Ash, how are
Since
you?
came back, everyone's been smiling. Just you being here makes an incredible difference. I can't express how reassuring it is to see you.
Aw, thanks, Ash. I appreciate that.
I was so surprised to hear that the Faith of Saros was a sham, my eyes nearly popped out of my skull. But just because the church lied to us doesn't mean that the goddess isn't real. That's my take on it anyway. I feel very anxious with no one to pray to.
I guess that's fair. You can still believe in your gods and goddesses as long as you're willing to separate the institutions that try and, you know, enforce their beliefs on people from the actual god themselves. Hey, Ash, we just met you, and now this is crazy.
Professor?
But, here's my number. Is something going on?
Actually, I ran into that thief while I was shopping just
The book thief, right?
Maybe you don't remember. It's been quite a while.
No, I remember. My character just as acting like a dumbass because apparently...
With his kid. They were both so grateful. It's a really nice feeling.
Apparently need to act like a forgetful dumbass in order to give you a reason to drop exposition in my lap. I'm glad it all worked out.
Yeah, but it did seem like they were still having trouble getting by. I guess what you said to me back then was right. My actions didn't really solve the problem. I can't help everyone, no matter how much I try. If I had the money or power, maybe. But I don't.
You'll get there. No need to rush. I mean, how many common kids have been adopted by a rich person and are set to inherit their entire house because their first child died against the church and now you're the only one left to inherit everything? I mean, most of the time when that happens, it's usually like...
I know I can't help very many people right now. But I think doing what I can for those I see in front of me is still worthwhile. I have to believe that, at least.
Maybe I should just let them talk when they're talking. That's a fine way to look at it.
Thanks. That's reassuring to hear. What about you, Professor? Has anything been troubling you lately? I'd be happy to help, as long as it's not looking after horses. You might not want to trust me with that.
Why? Do I look troubled? And also, looking after horses is something I've had you do repeatedly.
Someone smile. So if there's anything I can do for you, I want to do it, because I care about you.
That's really kind.
You think so? It's just what anyone would do, really. So what'll it be? How can I help?
Want to help me cook?
Of course. I'd be glad to cook with you.
You know, Ash's new little long coat there is very vaguely samurai-esque.
No.
Professor.
Alright, looks like we got 2 things up here to deal with. Hey, Edelgard, how you doing?
I'm sorry to have dragged you into the fight again so soon after our reunion. But
Aw,
you were the
it's
most
okay.
opportune time.
You dragged me into the fight in the first place.
Support my teacher. Thank you.
I hope I'm not
You may be
rusty.
worried, but you shouldn't be. You always manage to pull through. Make sure you're ready to head out, okay?
It's been 5 years since I've really held the sword, you know?
Allow me to brief you on the details of our situation. The Empire firmly controls the western portion of Fargus. However, the central and eastern regions continue to put up heavy resistance.
Pardon me.
The strongholds in these regions are Aryan Road, the fortress city, and Ferdiad, the kingdom capital. We cannot control Fargus until we have taken both of these cities. As for the Alliance, Houses Gloucester and Ordelia seem predisposed to capitulate to us. However, due to interference from Houses Regan and Goneril, we have yet to secure their cooperation. Claude obviously hopes to keep the Alliance whole through diplomacy. But because we have had to focus our efforts against the Church until now, our forces have yet to meet his. We have only recently begun to take the fight to Alliance territory.
Oh, wait, hold on, you got a quest for me. Yep.
I have a request for you.
Accept. So, Gloucester and Ordelia, the houses that are going to capitulate to us, in his words, are Lawrence's and Lysithia's. Makes sense. And the houses that are opposing us are Regan and Goneril, which are Claude's and Hilda's. And considering they're the only 2 members of their house that didn't join me, that also makes sense.
Do you know how happy I was to hear you were still alive? I'll tell you how happy. For the past few days, I haven't had my morning or my afternoon
afternoon naps.
Holy shit, that's a big deal. You were taking those naps every day? Oh dear, hold on.
But it's not for want of trying.
Don't know what's going on there, but something set her off.
You finally joined us, have you? I attached myself to the Imperial Army as well. Seemed the thing to do. I feel I owe it to Edelgard to set my past feelings about the Empire aside. I am happy to help her. It's strange, isn't it? After 5 years, the 3 professors are together once more.
What would you have said if I hadn't recruited Manuela, though?
You were asleep for 5 whole years. Incredible. Perhaps this is another effect of your crest. I do look forward to investigating you in greater detail.
We can talk about that.
Wonderful news. I am most excited to begin. We must find the time, of course.
We'll have to deal with that later, Hanneman. Just you know, we'll put a pin in it. We'll get to that later. All right, we got more important stuff to deal with in the current moment. Leonie.
I'm so glad to see you're all right. I really regretted not being able to keep the
What did
promise I
you
made to my mentor.
What did you just like walk out into a tailor and said, "Make me look like a pumpkin"? Promise?
Gerald told me that if anything should happen to him, then I should stick by you. I'm going to do just what he asked. I'll be right here to support you from now on.
If I had said mentor, she would have flipped. She's like, seriously? You don't know who my mentor is? I mention it in almost every conversation I have that I was trained by him. It's literally your dad. You seriously don't know who my mentor is? Have you not been paying attention to anything? Like, seriously, her outfit, it looks like she just walked in and gave them the color scheme pumpkin and then just said, work with it. And this is what they did. She's literally a walking pumpkin. It's not bad, it's just a lot of orange. Like, she's already got orange hair. Did she need orange clothes with orange highlights? I mean, at least there's a little black there, but that's still 3 different shades of orange. I feel like that's more orange than she needed. I mean, at least Lawrence, with all his purple, had, you know, not purple pants. Hey, look, it's the Archbishop's room. This is where Rhea stayed. Guess what? My room now, bitch. I mean, sure, I'm probably going to still be spending most of my time in the room I came to know. But, aw, look, they've got a little bed at the foot of her bed. Why would Rhea need a separate, smaller bed at the foot of her bed? Who did she have sleeping in this? The Star Terrace. Looks neat. Not sure what it's for, but it certainly looks neat. Wonder what that is. Some kind of monument, I suppose. Not really much to do up here. At least not today. You know, now that we've got people on our team that weren't part of the initial group of students, I suppose it would make sense to put some of the old rooms to use, like, say, Claude's and Dimitri's, and let them use it. Like, say, Yuritsa, perhaps. Oh boy, so many supports. We'll get to those in a hot minute. Alright, have I talked to everyone now? No, I don't want to end free time. Wrong button. Have we seen everyone? Have we talked to everyone? I think so. Which I think means it's time for using my points. Right. First, we're going to start with a trip to the sauna. Question is, who will we bring with us? You know what? Let's bring Yuritsa. Death Knight. He's even got his own unique class. He just joined the team, so he needs to be shown some love. And maybe if he relaxes a little bit, he'll be less gung-ho about the whole trying to kill me shit. Right, let's start with increasing the steam and see how much that raises it. Not bad. Holy shit, where's the yellow, though? Is it... Oh my god. Oh my god. Do I have to just guess now? Or is it only gonna get there if it hits the line? Okay, well. That is not ideal. But it's alright, because at least I got me up. I can feel my worries drifting away. And now we can work on some of these new advanced drill options.
You've survived. Were you?
It's basically faculty training, but now instead of only the teachers being able to help me, anyone can help me. So I can build up all my skills much, much easier now. Ha! Who would have thought learning would be easier when you're no longer in school? Man, it's almost like schools aren't actually all that helpful in teaching, and that people learn better from experience. I'm going to try and get my sword skills up to A. Felix can certainly help me with my swords. It's a shame Catherine is not here anymore. Or Rhea. They would have both been able to help with swords, but... Alright, you can't do advanced drills if their skills are lower than your skills. Meaning that if you want to do advanced drills, they have to have a higher score in the thing you want to train than you do. That is the one drawback. Damn. Well, that's not great, but eh. Alright, hold on. Who has better skills in me than sword? My skill is at B+. I thought Felix was at an A, but perhaps he hadn't gotten there yet. No, he's almost at an A, though, so shouldn't take too long. Very few people are at A's for things. Holy shit! He's got 2 A's and an A+ already. Dude came stacked, didn't he? Oh, look, he's got a hidden talent in flying. It's a shame that's not exactly going to be a useful ability for him to have, but perhaps he'll get a nice skill out of it. Oh, look, his crest. The minor crest of Lamine, or Lamine. Huh. I feel like perhaps we've seen that before. On someone else. But, who could have had it? And what could that mean? Because, in theory, crests are supposed to be handed down through bloodlines. It's not impossible for two people who aren't related to share a crest. I suppose. But I wonder what implications this might have about Yuritsa's identity. Is Yuritsa truly Yuritsa? Huh. Interesting. We'll have to pay attention in the future, won't we? Oh my god, I haven't gone to go see them yet. I mean, we already got to see Balthus's new outfit because we had that conversation with him, but... we didn't go talk to them, is my point. I totally neglected my Abyss students. Again. Oh, I'm such a well, I'm not their... I was never really their teacher. They were just kind of helping me out. Because they weren't officially students. But my point is, I've been neglecting them. It's time to go see them. Excuse me. Oh, wait, hold up. We forgot Mr. always has something to report, but never actually says anything.
Hey, you, listen up. I've got something to report. It's you. You're still alive. It's been 5 whole years, hasn't it? Time flies when you're standing guard. That's right. I've been here the whole time. Day in and day out. Like I have anywhere else to be. The Imperial Army hasn't interfered with us all that much, so it's business as usual here in Abyss. I mean, as usual as it gets here, anyhow.
Well, that's good, I suppose.
A lot of folks cleared out once the fighting started. People are saying it was the church that used to keep order around here. But it's Yuri who's saving us from complete chaos.
You guys should thank him more often.
What do you require? Now let me see. I expect much from this one.
Ha ha ha! A. Hold up, hold up, hold up. How about Edelgard?
Marvelous. This one should
B,
be proud of
huh?
their growth.
Only a B. That's a little surprising. Wait, what about Lysithea?
Let me see. I expect much from this one. Yes.
Awesome. Speed, magic, luck, defense, and resistance are all top quality. And you can see the stats that are benefited from her current class in the blue, meaning she'll get more of those stats in these classes, and the stat that will receive less benefits in the red, meaning she won't get quite as many as points in that in this particular class.
Now let me see.
And when you don't see anything, it usually just means that the current growth rates are going to be business as usual for them.
Marvelous. This one should be proud of their. Now let me
So who is my
Marvelous.
lowest
This one
ranked
should be
student,
proud
I
of-
wonder?
Now let me see. Ah, yes. This one's growth is going quite well.
Well, makes sense. Linhardt's kind of lazy.
Marvelous. This one should be proud of their growth. Now let me see. I expect much from this one.
Oh,
Yes.
Bernie's at an A. Bernie's at an A. Bernie's at an A.
Marvelous. This one should be proud of their growth.
Bernie may start with B, but Bernie's at an A.
Marvelous. This one should be proud of their growth. Now let me see. I see this one has gained some experience.
Oh, Felix, buddy. What's going on here? Oh, it's because you're still in a mage class. That makes sense. Your stats are going to be kind of low because you're not in a proper class for your current level.
See, this one has gained some experience.
As much as I love Ash, he does have more limited uses compared to some of the other bow
Now
users.
let me see. I see this one has gained some experience.
Man, the Blue Eagles house is not stacking up quite so well, are they?
Growth is going quite well.
Did I just say Blue Eagles? The Blue Lions.
Now let me see. Marvelous. This one should be
Oh,
proud
Annette,
of
of
their
course,
growth.
is at a B.
Now let me see. I see this one has gained some experience.
This is clearly an indication that I need to work on the Blue
This one
Lions.
should be proud of their growth. Now let me see. Marvelous. This one should be proud of their growth.
Raphael was the last one I got, and he's already at a B.
I expect much from this one. Yes, indeed. Now let me
Oh, I
see.
already went to see. I already saw Lysithea.
See. I expect much from
Damn.
This one. Yes, indeed. Now let me see. Marvelous. This one should be proud of their growth.
Yeah, definitely.
I see this one has gained some experience.
I mean, it makes sense. I got him kind of late, and
Now let me
haven't
see.
had a chance to
I
use
see
some of
this
them
one has
much.
gained some experience. Now let me see. Ah, yes. This one's growth is going quite well.
I think he was the very last person we got. So, again, totally makes sense.
I see this one has gained some experience.
How about Yuritsa? We just got Yuritsa, so everything is natural
This
and
one has gained some experience.
still at a C. It makes sense. We haven't been able to help much yet.
Let me see. Ah, yes, this one's growth is going quite well. Now let me see. I expect much from this one. Yes. Now let me see. I expect much from
Damn.
this one. Yes, indeed.
I think these might be some of the best overall stats. Only luck is at a 2. Everything else is 3, 4, or 5. That's impressive.
Now let me see. I see this one has gained some experience. Now let me see. Ah, yes, this one's growth is going quite well. Fare thee well.
I mean, that doesn't really mean much because, in complete and total fairness, we have been getting some pretty shitty level ups in some of these streams, so.
Need something?
Summon the Wayseer! Also, organize the Shadow Library for secret lore stuff, which we will read later when we have more time. We got too much shit to do right now. Hey, Balthy and Constance, look at you! I mean, Balthus, we already knew what you looked like.
You've got a lot of nerve coming here after ignoring us for 5 years.
Ah, gotcha! All this time and you still can't take a joke, can you? Job surviving.
Okay.
Along your way back to us. This day couldn't get better if it tried.
It's nice to see you too.
Say, now that you're back, we should celebrate with some liquid gold. We're not your students anymore, so it should be fine, yeah?
You were already an adult. You were like 27.
We'll make it a wild party. Even the Emperor won't be able to turn it down.
I gotta say, Balthus still looks good, but I kind of miss his old outfit. Like, for whatever reason, the browns just aren't working for me, and his muscles are far less emphasized in this outfit. I don't know, maybe it's just me, but I think I prefer his pre-time skip outfit.
If you haven't heard, we'll soon be launching a full-scale assault on the Alliance. Her Majesty has searched relentlessly for you. Now that you're found, her moment has come.
Really? She looked that intensely?
Yes. Before then, I had never known her to show such desperate resolve. The stalemate we've been locked in shall give way very abruptly. We have your reappearance to thank for that.
How do you get your hair to do this purple thing? Because like on the inside, it's totally purple. Look at that. You can even see it in the curls in the back and right there where it's all purple. My God, I wish I could get my hair to do something that cool.
I used to be a rather important person in the church, but I am in exile for committing a crime. I embezzled some money, but it wasn't out of greed. My hometown was pillaged, you see, and the church wasn't putting in enough to rebuild.
Okay, I can respect that. Alright, let's check the scrap heap. Broken lance. Iron gauntlets. Short spear. Short spear is interesting. If I fix that up, it'll be a useful long-range weapon for someone. Ah, yes. The Wayseer. Our newest feature that we've just unlocked. You haven't unlocked the Wayseer yet. Okay, so maybe I spoke too soon. Ah, that's right. We gotta do a fucking quest for that first, don't we? Naturally. All the time. Every time. Always gotta do a quest before we actually get the things. And Yuri and Happy. How you doing?
This is okay.
Hey, Hap.
He kept it safe out of the goodness of his heart. Kidding, of course. He said the lowlifes
The
here
Bert?
could be useful because they won't mind fighting dirty or rooting out spies or something along those lines.
I didn't pay much attention to that part.
I'm guessing you're meaning Hubert. You haven't changed much since I left.
Honestly, I'm psyched that you're back. It's all I can do to stop myself from whooping with joy.
You know, I can't help but notice, big lace boots aside, you're not actually wearing pants.
I could use your help.
Is that... It is you, isn't it? I kind of forgot what you looked like.
Thank you?
I
Ouch.
didn't mean any harm. It's just that so much has happened. It's hard to keep track, you know? Anyway, you came back, and that's what matters. Staying here wasn't a mistake. I can say that much.
Aw, thanks, pal. I appreciate you too. Although, also, your outfit, very adventurous looking. Like, you look like one of those villains who's like the trickster type from any other video game. Good thing you're on my side. Although I do miss the little over-the-shoulder cape that you had. The full-size cape is nice, but the other one kind of gave you a bit more character, you know? Oh, shit. I forgot to actually talk to the fucking thing again so I can unlock it. I'm dumb. I admit, I'm the dumbest. I am the dumbest around. Now this is going to load. I'm going to have to go right back in there. Ha! Smart of me. Very smart of me. I am, in fact, a genius. Normally I don't complain about the load times on the Switch too much because I know that it's not the most technically advanced piece of hardware, so it can have trouble with certain things. But when you have to do the same thing 2 times in a row, that's when it becomes very notable. Because now I'm just waiting again. And I'm going to have to wait again when I leave again. So we're going to have to go through this process a 3rd time very shortly.
Why, hello there.
Give some renown to the Wayseer, and she can tell you about the bonds between your allies. Strengthen a bond, analyze the prospective relationship between the select pair, and boost their support points. Does not work on pairs who are already very close. Connect fates. Foresee the destinies of a deeply bonded pair, and either entwine them together or separate them from one another. Now, this was a very useful feature that was added later because when you first played the game before there was DLC, you got paired endings based on how close a unit was to another unit. For example, when they reach A rank. But if you reach A rank with multiple characters, which, you know, you usually would because you'd want to see all the supports, you wouldn't know exactly which one they were going to have the most support points with unless you, like, manually did that for all of them. And even then, you couldn't guarantee which person they were going to end up paired with. Because sometimes they have pairs, sometimes they don't. Even if they can get to A rank, it doesn't necessarily mean they'll have a paired ending. But now you can also build up supports, too. So if I wanted to, say, get a head start on mine and Yuritsa's, it would just be 500 renown, which I got for doing this quest. So, well, actually, I think I got 1,500. But whatever. My point is, I'm doing this as a demonstration for a new character I just got.
Everything is within your grasp. Come back soon now.
And just like that, we have a support available. No battlefield time necessary. Super useful if you don't want to have to grind up support points, but you have a lot of renown. I, however, do not have a lot of renown, so grinding it is. Or at least I don't have a lot of renown in this file. Again, picked kind of a lesser file to make sure I couldn't just breeze past everything by spending my renown on all kinds of stuff that would make it far too easy.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Oh gosh.
Thank you.
I need to sleep better. I keep yawning because I'm always sleeping poorly. Not because I'm necessarily tired, just because I don't get proper sleep.
If you don't mind, I have a favor to ask.
There's the banned books that I'll have to do for that shadow library. I probably should have done that before I went back down in there. Okay. Over there. It's over there. Wait, let's actually just go ahead and warp to a place close to there, and then we'll go talk to Yuritsa. Then we can finish all the mission points and such. Then we can actually get into the game of the game. Only an hour and a half in. Well, over an hour and a half, but whatever. Who's keeping count? Certainly not me.
What's the matter? Not hungry?
What is that?
I am partaking in some sweet delights. Is there a problem?
Yuritsa, the Death Knight? You have a sweet tooth?
Yes. I am a person too. What I eat is nobody's business but my own.
I don't know, it just seems a little strange.
Spit it out. My ice cream is melting.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's my bad. I don't want to. I came to see if you join me for some training.
Perhaps after I finish devouring this treat.
Are you really the Death Knight?
I am.
Oh, goodness.
At the moment, I am Yuritsa von Hrim. The Emperor and the army know me only as the Death Knight, but he is merely an illusion. A demon who resides in my heart. He is not me. Not who I am at my core.
Well, who are you at your core?
He feasts upon blood, death, suffering. So while I sit here eating, I prefer to just be myself. Yuritsa, I would like to be who I truly am.
Huh.
I am incapable of enjoying my dessert with you gawking at me like that. Further words for you.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. This one was totally my bad. Wow, he likes ice cream. Who would have thought? Let's see. Where you at, huh? Oh, there you are. Duh. Me, Bernadetta, Mercedes, and Constance. Huh. You would have thought maybe he could pair with Edelgard.
What is it, Hubert?
Nothing in particular. Just taking a moment to admire your skill with a bow. I'm willing to bet you could put an arrow through the neck of an enemy general from quite a distance. In fact, to any leader's bodyguard, I would go so far as to say you pose the most dangerous kind of threat.
Don't worry your fragile little self. Your lady princess is safe. I wouldn't shoot my employer.
I would certainly hope not. But there are some mercenaries to whom a contract means little. And you would do well to remember that.
Yeah, but if you build up a reputation as a mercenary who keeps breaking your contracts, no one's gonna hire you.
I said lady.
But you also said princess.
I already told you. I'm not going to break the princess's contract.
She's not a princess.
Just say.
She's an emperor.
Proper address. Right. Next time.
My patience has limits, you know. For the
What
moment, you
patience?
stand in Lady Edelgard's good graces.
You always talk like you're in a tranquil fury.
I will not hesitate to eliminate you.
See?
You're unstable, Hubert. Be careful who you threaten. I don't take kindly to those who get in the way of my contracts.
Is that a threat?
Just some advice.
Are they threatening each other or is this flirting? It's hard to tell.
Standing tall, I see.
Edelgard, hello. What do you think of this horse? An equine marvel, no? Look how intelligent he is. You can see it in his face. Certainly much smarter than your horse.
Are we still doing this, Ferdinand?
Oh, what a lovely bloom.
Behold, Edelgard. Do you see this blood-red bloom?
Hello there. Is chat behaving? For the most part.
You have there. And as I'm sure you know, redness symbolizes courage and strength.
Ferdinand, stop.
Hey Moogle, how you been? Welcome in. Nice to see you.
One-sided rivalry.
What are you complaining about? You told me not to publish my pamphlet, and I complied.
I've had enough of your foolish antics. Very well. I will grant you the duel you so desperately desire. But when I win, you must forfeit the right to bother me with your ridiculousness. Forever. Do we have a deal?
Ah, so you'll
You're alright? Oh, that's good to know.
Wonderful. To battle then. All right, Edelgard. Have at me.
As you wish.
And you are going to get your ass kicked, Ferdinand.
It only took you one blow? How?
I can't afford to hold back against an opponent like you. I led with my fastest, strongest.
Hopefully you're doing better than my brother's dog is.
You're just flattering me.
She really, really wants outside, and I don't blame her. Being cooped up inside sucks. I do it because I have to, but...
It's not so great as all that. If you had taken the first strike, you might have won. That's why I didn't give you the chance.
I do not think talent is what separates us so much as readiness. I had not the faintest idea of what to expect from a real duel. I was playing. You were not. That such an ill-prepared noble would think to challenge you? It is laughable.
Ferdinand.
Did you hear, Caspar? There's been another theft in the pantry. Come on, we can't waste time arguing about it like last time. We gotta catch the guy.
And you're gonna waste time arguing about it, aren't you?
There he is. Corner him, Ash. I've cut off his escape route. He's all yours. Ha! You're not going anywhere, you dirty thief. We did it. He was pretty nimble, but no match for the two of us together.
Huh, I'm impressed, guys.
But I didn't think our thief would be so... Yeah, I never would have guessed a cat this big could sneak into our pantry. What do we do with him?
The thief was a cat!
Really think I'm gonna attack him? Why don't you try your genius plan instead? Go ahead, talk it out. Let the cat explain himself. I doubt you'll understand a word the guy says. I guess neither of us has the right solution here. So, what are we going to do with this? Oh! Huh? Looks like he gave us the slip. He sure did. Well, after a daring escape like that, I guess there's no more we can do. I'll teach him a lesson if we ever catch him again.
How are you planning on doing that?
I plan to show him the error of his ways. Hell, I've got an idea of my own, so I guess I'd better find him first. Is that a challenge? Well then, May the best plan win.
Ah, look at you two, getting along. Alright, there we go. Now I can finish dealing with all my support, not support, points. The points that I use when I do stuff every day. Those ones. Those are the points. You know, the points.
No.
Alright, let's go have a meal. Oh, there's so many NPCs in this area that's causing me to chug when I'm through here. Let's see. Let's see. How about Yuri? Let's see. Who can pair with Yuri? Dorothea. That'll work.
I've eaten many meals in my time. This is divine.
I think I like this, but it's been a while, so I'm not sure.
Yay! Alright, now we're going to... Oh. Oh, I ended up talking to this cat. That's not the cat that snuck into the pantry, is it? Well, we can still give it some food. Have some trout. There's no trout about it. How about some pike? No, you don't want to give me anything? It's okay. You don't have to, I suppose, but... Normally they do. Whatever, it's fine. It's fine. Alright, Ash, you promised me you were going to help me cook, so let's do that, why don't we? Hero Salad. Gain +1 to magic. That'll work. I've got a lot of really strong magic users.
I love to cook. What are we making today? That's so. I have a lot of experience in the kitchen. I can make just about anything. Wow.
Yay! That works. Alright, so we've got 6 points left. Oh, wait, we've already got a support with Dorothea, I guess. Well then, okay. Cool. And here I thought I was done with supports for today, but I guess I was not. Alright, well, let's just move to my personal quarters real quick. That way the thing shows up somewhere. Oh, and hey, it's just over there. Convenient. Did you hear about the new D&D movie? I did. I even saw the trailer for it. Although, based on the fact that it's got a subtitle like it does, I'm guessing that it's not going to be the only D&D movie they plan on making. My thought process is that if this one does well, they want to make a bunch of D&D movies. Which would make sense, I suppose. They are starting to get ready for 6th edition, aren't they?
That is for letting me live my life the way I want. I've noticed you've been giving me fewer of those soul-revealing gazes lately. I appreciate you making an effort to not trouble yourself over who I spend my time with.
But yeah, the little Dungeons & Dragons subtitle, Honor Among Thieves, it implies that this is perhaps maybe a chaotic neutral party, though. I'm guessing if this one does well, they might do some other various group theme parties. Like maybe they'll do one where it's like they're working for one of the gods or something, and that'll be the lawful good party. Why is the party all humans? They're not all humans. There was at least one elf, maybe an Ashari. But my guess is for practical reasons. They can't, they don't want to spend a lot of money on potentially expensive CGI to make Dragonborns and all those various mixed races, Aarakocras, and again, this is just my thoughts on the matter. This is probably just like them dipping their toe into seeing how well this works. And if it works and makes them a lot of money, then they might go a little bit more full throttle into it. No beast races, yeah, of course. And again, that's my point is that I think it's a practical reason, because they'd have to use either very expensive CGI, which could end up looking fake, or they'd have to use prosthetics, which could be uncomfortable for the actor and might impede with their performance. Why did I stop glowing? There I go. That was weird. Still weird. Why am I not glowing? Okay, whatever. But yeah, this is just my thoughts on the matter. So this one is sort of like the practice round, I'm guessing. And if they find they've got a decent market, enough budget to make an owlbear. I know, but did you see that fucking owlbear? I'm willing to bet most of the special effects budget went to it. It certainly didn't go to some of the background stuff. In some of those scenes, they literally look like they're standing in front of paintings. No offense. So, you found me out, have you?
Of course. Did you think I wouldn't notice? It's kind of sweet in its own way.
It's a really good-looking owlbear, I won't lie.
Professor, may I tell you a story about when I was younger?
But so far, that's the only effect that it looked really good in the trailer. To me, personally.
Heard singing. That was when my new life began. I was suddenly a songstress in the Middlefront Opera Company. Performers, nobility. I met so many people. But none of them ever really knew me. I was just some young, pretty girl who could sing. A spectacle to be admired.
It's Hasbro, they got money. I know, but they may not want to risk throwing that much money at something until they know that the formula is going to work. Like I said, the fact that the movie is subtitles implies that there will be other Dungeons & Dragons movie if this one does well. Again, my thought process.
When I did get old, what would I have left? I'd be old, alone, and back on the streets of the capital, right where I'd started.
I won't let you be alone. You got plenty of students here.
Sweet of you, even if you are just flirting.
I'm not flirting with you, Dorothea. I've never flirted with you ever.
I worry that
In fact, I'm constantly reminding you to keep it in your pants.
that's why I keep searching for someone who will love me. Someone unaware of the songstress, who can love a girl that used to be scared and alone on the streets of the capital. I wonder if such a strange person can even exist.
Probably. But yeah, this is basically just how I'm considering it right now, is that they're testing the waters for the franchise, building up interest for the potential 6th edition, and if this movie does really well, then we'll probably get, like, the MCU of D&D movies, which sounds really cool in theory, but I question the need for more interconnected movie universes. So if this one does well, the next one might have beast races. Yes, again, potentially. Potentially. I know that my nieces would love to see a movie of Dungeons & Dragons where they have tabaxis, because they have their little campaign I run for them where they all play as tabaxis. Of course, I don't know enough about this movie to know if it's something that might be inappropriate for them to watch. I'm going to have to see a couple more trailers, but I'm going to err on the side of maybe this is more of a Critical Role type of crowd movie than fun for the whole family type. And look, I'm not surprised they're being a little bit cautious. I mean, who even remembers the first Dungeons & Dragons movie? Because I'm going to be honest with you, it was not good. It was not good. Alright, so let's check on my skills and see what I want to work on. I should work on my reason skills. That way I have more magic available to me. What is my current class, actually? Assassin. I can't use it magic as an assassin, but once I master it, I might switch to a class where magic is available. But yeah, I'd love there to be beast races. I love beast races in games. Whenever I play in Skyrim, I'm usually an Argonian, which I guess would be sort of equivalent to Dragonborn in Dungeons & Dragons. And My nieces surprisingly like to play as Khajiit, which are basically the Tabaxis. I'd like to see maybe an Aarakocra or a Kenku. The Grung would be a cool thing to see. Maybe a Tortle. I'd love to see any of those races in one of these films. But, again, we're going to have to wait and see how this one does, because you know how big companies are. They're not going to throw money at something they don't think is going to pull in returns. So they probably set a relatively modest limit on this particular movie. You know, for a huge blockbuster movie anyway. Bird. Yes, Bird. Aarakocras and Kenkus. Totally baller. Baller classes. I don't know if I mentioned this, but my nieces actually had me roll up an Aarakocra because they wanted me to play with them in their campaign that I am the DM for. And I had them roll up the stats for it and ended up with a fantastic 20 in dexterity and a pitiful 8 in intelligence. Pretty sure I posted it in the Discord, actually. And speaking of the Discord, I watched that song that you posted. Or rather, I guess watched is also accurate, because I watched it too. But the Slaughter Your World thing, where it's like a warlock. I did not know about that song before. There's a lot of dark humor, wasn't it? Oh, I'm so sorry, puppy. What? I don't know what you're barking at. You're probably just barking because you want attention or food. Neither of which I can currently give you. I feel so bad. I feel so bad for her. My brother works the night shift, so she's basically just in there by herself. I wish he'd let her out when it's cool in the afternoons instead of keeping her inside all day. I get that it's really hot for her out there right now, so he wants her to be in here where it's cooler because he doesn't want her to suffer from heat stroke. But I feel like in the afternoons it's cool enough to let her back out. She does not like being inside. She is not an inside dog. Okay, who was I looking for? I don't know. Can I learn magic from you? Nope, I can learn bows from you. I want to focus on magic right now, though. Alright, let's see. Marianne, I might be able to learn some magic from. You'd think Faith, but there might be some reason to. Blah, blah, I know, I heard. Nope, just Faith. Okay, cool. Hubert? Hubert should definitely be able to teach me some. And Hanneman. Hanneman's the Manaman. There you go. There's your resources. Take them. Take them. Yay! Got a great. Alright. Now, Hanneman. Although I guess I should stop by and see Linhard and see if he can teach me some reason. Although I'm theorizing just faith. Nope, reason. Awesome, awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Everything is awesome. Ah, come on. I only needed like one more point. Well, two more, I guess, but... Alright, where's a net? Where is a net? I know where a net is. It's where the fish are. Because it's a fishing net. Ha 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 ha. Wait, she was in front of the greenhouse, wasn't she? There she is. Door, open, please. There we go. There we go.
This experience is critical.
That'll help. Alright, how many points I got left? 1! I suppose I will go to the cathedral and do the little thing with the choir service. That one, yeah, that. Build up my faith and supports with some people and their faith skills. Let's see. hold on. I'm gonna need to take a break or something and deal with her, because she's not gonna stop, and I cannot keep going on with her doing that. It's very upsetting to me. She sounds very upset. So I'm just gonna turn on the music, and I'll be right back. Okay, alright, I'm back. Thank you. Thank you for being patient with me. I had to do something. I couldn't keep going with her whining like that. She needed something. She needed attention. She needed food. And I couldn't keep going with her whining. She sounded so sad. I had to give her something. So I put down some food for her. I had to scrape because I have no idea where my brother keeps her food. So I just fed her a bunch of leftovers and such. But it's fine. We got food now. Oh, hopefully that helps. Okay, what was I doing? Right, I was in the church. Let's see here. Manuela and Dorothea. There we go.
This is no good. Sing from your diaphragm. Law. Get it? Law.
I'll keep my voice down. Don't want people thinking I'm vying for attention. But how loud is too loud?
There we go. Everyone got some support points, some faith points, some I'm so points. Yeah, those ones too. Right. Anything else I need to do before I end today? I suppose I should go make sure that all my new units are currently set up so that their outfits reflect the outfits they wear and not the outfits of their classes. Like, say, Yuritsa. Everyone. Attire. War phase. In battle. Class. Except for Anna, who I want to wear her tricky merchant attire. There we go. Alright, okay. I think we're good. This will end today's free time. Do you wish to proceed? Yes, I do. Alright, 2 hours in. It's finally time for the mission. My god, this has been perhaps my slowest paced episode of Fire Emblem so far. Welcome back. Thank you. I appreciate you welcoming me back. I really had to give her something to settle her down. She does not want to be inside.
The Kingdom of Fargus, Dimitri, has declared fealty to the Church of Seiros and is raising an army in preparation for all-out war with the Empire. As leader of the Alliance, Claude maintains a facade of neutrality amidst infighting between those who support and those who oppose the Empire. Meanwhile, the Black Eagle Strike Force plans to capture Alliance territory before Edelgard takes the war to the Kingdom and the Church of Seiros. With sights set on capturing Deirdre at the center of House Regan's territory, she leads a march across the Great Bridge of Myrddin to establish a bridgehead.
Yeah, we've heard a lot about this Bridge of Myrddin. It's apparently a big deal. It's cool that we're going to finally be able to get to see it. The Great Bridge Coup.
We're about to commence our attack on the Great Bridge of Myrddin. But first, allow me a moment of your time.
What you need?
It is something that I can only ask of you. Listen well. It concerns Lady Edelgard's uncle, the regent of the Empire, Lord Arundel.
I think I've met him once.
Cooperating with Her Majesty, he maintains his own sizable military troops. It seems to me that his plans differ from our own. I assume you recall a certain group scheming from 5 years ago?
No, I'm vaguely familiar.
They both served Lord Arundel.
He must be dealt with then.
Professor, I understand how you must be feeling, considering what they did to your father. I know it must be foul to even consider cooperating with their kind. However, their power is essential for us at present. Edelgard also strongly opposed the idea at first.
Yeah, because it's a bad idea.
The Church of Seiros itself. It cannot be toppled with the Empire's might alone. Those working under Lord Arundel are extremely hostile toward the church. And the enemy of our enemy is... well, I think you sufficiently understand by now.
No, I don't. Are you sure that's a good idea?
Until all of Fodlan is united, it is a necessary evil. As for how we deal with him afterward, time will tell.
I don't think when you're fighting for peace you should use words like necessary evil.
You should know that in her heart, Her Majesty regards that group as enemies of herself and her family.
So do I.
Used her father, the former emperor, as a puppet, and murdered her siblings with their vile experimentation. I believe Her Majesty may have told you some of this herself. That is why this was a very painful decision for her to make. I will do all I can to ensure her suffering is not in vain, and I hope I can count on you to do the same. As for all I have told you, please keep it in mind as we march forward. More importantly, I implore you to fight as best you can for Edelgard. From the bottom of my heart, I beg this of you.
Look, I made my decision a long time ago, alright? I will protect my students. Even from the church itself. But I'm just going to throw this out there. I think partnering up with the people who killed my father and killed her family and tortured Lysithea, I think that's a bad idea. I'm just gonna throw that little tidbit out there. Just seems like a really bad idea. All right, let's check out the map and see what we're working with here. All right, let's see. Oof, we got a lot of enemies here, don't we? All right, we got a chest right there, so we're going to want someone with a lockpick skill. Ash, or someone as a thief or an assassin. It's become clear that I need to put some emphasis on my Blue Lion students, so perhaps I'll bring them into this battle. Alright, let's see. Sylvain, Mercedes, Ash, Ingrid. Where's Felix? There's Felix. About to say, I don't see Felix. Should probably reclass Felix so he's not a mage right now.
I can master this power. I'll prove it.
Alright, is that all of them? Could be. Oh, wait, no, Annette. I forgot Annette. Sorry, Annette. Sorry. Let's bring in Yuritsa, because he's new. Look at that. Look at this handsome bastard. Oh, and in case anyone was wondering, he is, in fact, a gay option. So that's another one that we've got. We do intend to end this run with a gay option. So now we've got one more. That's why I picked the Black Eagle's house. They have the most gay options of all the other houses. Let's see. My current gay options are Linhard, Alois isn't really a gay option. His is more like a platonic thing, so we don't count him. Yuritsa and Yuri. Alrighty, okay. So we got 2 more spots open. Let's bring in Yuri. Why not? We can use a dancer. Alright, what do I got with me? Pegasus Knight, Swordmaster, Sniper, Bishop. I should probably reclass Ingrid into a paladin for now until we can unlock her master class so she can continue flying.
My new calling.
Alrighty, okay. So, we've got some fighters, some magic users. It might be a decent idea to bring up at least one more backup healer. Question is, who should it be? Perhaps Balthus, a healer and sufficiently tanky. Let's see, who are we fighting here? Judith, huh? Suppose I shouldn't bring in too many alliance people. Don't want to make them feel guilty about doing this kind of stuff, but... Alright, so, since we don't have Linhardt with us, and we want to at least get to that option later, I'll pair me with Lynn. I'll pair Yuritsa with Constance. And let's see. Who else? We'll pair Yuri with Happy. That way we can work on their supports. There we go. Alright, now let's make sure everyone's in a good position. We want Ash up here to get to this treasure chest. You know, I wish I could move me. I would like to put me in the front lines, actually. I'd put me and Felix up front and these two back here. Because they can move further on their horses than we can on our feet. Whatever. It's fine. It's fine. It is what it is. Alright, inventory. Make sure everyone's got good stuff. Can you use a magic bow yet? I don't think you can. Of course, I don't even know if I've got a magic bow yet. This blessed bow might be useful, at least. Speaking of things that people need, you're going to need something. Let's see here. We are just going to take this march ring so that you can move a little bit more. And a healing potion. Hmm. Guess that'll work for now. Oh, you can take that. And you can take that. Do I have a bolt axe? Still don't know if you can even use that yet. I'm gonna say no. Amir, huh? Or Aimer, however that's pronounced. Not sure. Aimer? I hardly know her. Yuck, 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 yuck. Alright. Marketplace. Blacksmith. Forge. We should have some rusted stuff that should be something good. Ah, silver bow. Silver bow. Silver bow. A silver sword. Natch. You know, I wish it would keep me where I was instead of sending me back to the top of the list. There's not a magic lance. It's kind of a shame. bolt axe. There it is. Forge one. And let's see if we can forge at least... We don't have any steel bows? Huh. Wait, no, there it is. One magic bow. That way we have those for later. Alright, that'll work. Might need to give you just a couple more things. There you go. There's you a steel lance, and the devil sword would really work on you. You do not need a steel bow, but you can take your Vajramushti. Speaking of items like that, why don't I have the Lance of Ruin on you? There we go. And you need your Luine or whatever it is. There we go. Do we have any more heroes relics to pass off? I don't think I start getting most of them until now in the war phase, but... Alright, okay. That should do it. Let's get started.
We'll be capturing the Great Bridge of Myrddin, a key strategic location of the Leicester Alliance. Claude will surely be sending reinforcements, so we must prevail before they arrive.
Our opponent is Judith, the so-called hero of Daphne. We can handle her, so long as we don't get careless.
You know, calling her a so-called hero is...
I could never do that. I'll hold out until reinforcements arrive.
I'd say it's tantamount to underestimating her, which is usually what you do before somebody kicks your ass. Just gonna put that out there, Hubie. Hubie-dooby-doo, we are screwed because you fucked up your words. Now karma's gonna bite us in the ass. Okay, I don't know where to go with that.
I just eked by.
That doesn't bode well. First level up of the session, 2 hours in, and it's not a great one.
Thanks so much.
Oh shit. Did I fuck up? Because it looks like everyone's not in their actual clothes. They're in their outfits for their classes. Oh shit. Okay, well, I will fix that later. Chest. Goddess icon. Alright, not gonna be too much damage.
Understood.
I'm your girl.
I'll cut through.
See, this is why I wanted to move these ones in the front. I got better reach if they're in the front.
You took me lightly.
And now you're dead.
What's the plan?
Oh god. That does not bode well. Sylvain, we really need to build your skills up. You cannot double and you can't hit hard for shit right now.
For the Empire.
What's my strategy?
At your service.
Alright, Mercedes, you and Annette need to get close without putting yourselves in too much risk. Oh god. That was a significant chunk of damage. And that was an even more significant chunk of damage. Well, at least you missed, and it's better you hit Ingrid than Sylvain again. You cannot take another big hit. Yeah, I definitely messed up. I think I... Oh my god, Sylvain! No! Ah, fuck. Well. Where's the... There we go.
What's the plan?
Alright, how about we go right here then? Hmm?
For the Empire.
That way he can't get quite so surrounded. Nope, no. Here we go. This'll help.
It won't be in vain.
Oh yeah, these are definitely all the wrong outfits.
At your service.
I'm your girl. You saved me. Too slow.
Now Ingrid had to take that hit instead. It's okay. That should be the only one that she takes. And you still missed, so we're doing better. Zero damage in 4 hits. It's truly an impressive display of just how much you suck. Alright, Annette. We need your useful magical skills to take these assholes down.
What's next?
Woof.
Nice form.
This situation is dire.
Oh boy. Okay. Nope. There we go.
You're amazing. Ready when you are.
57%, not great odds.
You haven't earned my pity.
Burn until we meet again.
Alright, let's see. Balthus.
Won that bet.
There you go.
I'm in.
Thanks, pal.
Hey, it occurs to me to actually have the entirety of the Ashen Wolves here too, along with the blue lions, not blue eagles.
Understood.
Alright, okay, so. Let's take you out. Put me right here to block these attacks on Mercedes that you might have to take otherwise. Edelgard. Oh. I'm gonna have you take out Mr. Big Armor over here. There we go. That's better.
I've no time to idle.
And you can pull out your armor slayer on this bastard.
It is done.
There we go. Now we're making progress.
I must continue my training.
Your spirit is admirable.
I'd be honored.
Alright, let's not put Ash in immediate danger. Yeah, I knew that was a chance that was going to happen.
Too weak. That's gonna hurt.
Ah!
Too weak.
You got one hit in. What's the point of using bare-handed attacks then, Balthy?
Get much bigger.
Oh boy, fun!
Sorry to keep you waiting, Judith. We're the reinforcements.
Why do I have to put up with orders from that false leader?
Enemy reinforcements. We didn't finish in time. Don't let them secure the ballista.
Look, there was little I could do, alright? Unless you wanted me to fucking cheat.
There's no reason I should die in this place. It's time for me to return home.
Dick. What's even the point of you showing up, my guy?
Won that bet.
I'm still here.
I owe you one.
Thanks.
Hmm.
You fought well.
There we go.
Stronger, faster, never enough.
Alright, what's her... Oh, she's not going to move from her little spot there. Like, it's hilarious. Their backup shows up. It's like, nah, I'm out. It's just like, at the first sign of trouble. Just immediate bounce.
Can't afford to lose.
Hey, you know that damage you dealt to her? She took it back.
I keep advancing.
I'll end this quickly.
Quickly
My duty
indeed.
is your death.
I could learn from that.
Alright, let's see.
You saved me.
There we go. Killing Edge? That's not something she needs. We'll get her over there to Felix and have her hand it over.
God, I'm sorry. I couldn't defend the bridge. All who are able, retreat!
Don't let her escape. If we can take her out now, the Daphne territory will be ours. That will allow us to march safely through the Alliance.
Defeat conditions. All your units fall in battle, or the enemy commander reaches the target destination. So alls I gotta do is cut her the fuck off. It's a good thing I've been moving units into place for exactly that purpose.
Delightful.
Ugh.
Certainly isn't satisfying.
You're right, it isn't. Alright, okay. So we gotta start booking. We gotta start Booker T-ing.
I aim for greatness. Hopefully I'll be more useful now.
Well, it's one of the better level ups we've gotten today. Okay, let's see. Stride would be useful on this map if I still had it. I might, actually. Who knows? Maybe I gave it to me. Yep, there it is. Of course, it would be super useful if I used it early on and I had a bunch of people kind of grouped together that could make better use of it. There we go.
Unexpected.
I am unafraid.
You might be unafraid, but you're not exactly doing well right now. Alright, this will heal you and buff your defenses a little bit. And that bow will let you fight back against these bitches.
Really wanted to die, huh?
Alright, you're out. Oh shit, we're gonna actually keep that.
Not quite. Nice try.
That little bitch.
So, I desire greater strength.
And you're gonna get it too if you keep getting level ups like that.
Understood.
You're dead?
Next.
Actually... There we go.
I live.
That's better.
I don't know what happened.
I know what happened. You got a bad level up. It sucks, but, you know, it happens. Alright, let me slow her down until I can get more people in place to deal with her.
You're fresh out of luck.
She might be the best bet since she's got a hero's relic.
Too slow. Who's next?
Alright, and we'll put Ash right here.
You may not remember me, but trust me, I don't feel great about fighting you. I love a good brawl. Fighting a pretty gal to the death is madness. It's so senseless.
That makes sense. He was from the Alliance. She just like tapped him with the sword. Ha 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 ha! There we go. Alright. Does she have enough to finish it off? There we go.
It looks like I'm done for. Claude, I'm sorry.
And that's game.
I'll make up for the setback.
Oh my god. Yeah, I knew it. I knew when we got that first bad level up, it was going to be a precursor of things to come in this stream. Yay! We got a Hexlock shield.
Alliance soldiers, Judith has fallen. Further conflict is futile. If you surrender, your lives will be spared. Lay down your weapons immediately.
Of course she was the MVP. She got the killing blow.
You have all fought well. With this victory, we now have a foothold in the Alliance. The Imperial Army will cross the Aramid River and push the front lines forward. The fight will continue, but do not allow that to stop you from taking pride in our hard-won victory.
Hard one. I mean, I wouldn't call it that hard.
Phrases. Well done, Professor. I believe it was, if only the Professor were here, we could forge ahead and change the tides of this war.
Nah.
Ferdinand, it is not necessary to tell the Professor such things.
No, but it is funny.
We're not
the only ones benefiting. The whole Imperial army is stronger now.
Yes, it seems the Empire finally has both of its legs to stand on. Don't you agree?
You make it sound as though I can't run the Empire on my own. Perhaps it's more apt to say that the Pegasus has recovered its horn.
But they don't have horns.
What a magnificent
They're not
warrior.
unicorns.
I'm happy to have the professor back just like old times, but I don't think I'll ever get used to this cruel exchange of lives.
When there is something you must not be conceding, you must keep fighting. The fighting has been continuing for 5 years. But now I am again witnessing the professor's power.
I hate fighting. But with the professor here, maybe it's slightly less terrible?
No, it's still pretty terrible.
Everyone is working so hard. Stop it, Bernie. You can't be the only one complaining.
I'm glad to see everyone so inspired. It seems the reappearance of the professor has done much to raise your morale.
Do you not feel the same, Hubert? Come now, be honest with yourself. Now, we must take advantage of the situation and blaze ahead. Our path is still a long one.
Cool. All right, well, now that that's taken care of, we just gotta go on to the next chapter and see how far into it we can get, because we're not even halfway through the stream yet.
Part 2. Crimson Flower. Guardian Moon. The Master Tactician. Having crushed the Alliance's army and captured the Great Bridge of Myrddin, the Imperial Army prepares to attack Deirdre, the Alliance's base of operations.
Base of operations. Alright, Deirdre was the city on the water, they said. So this should be interesting. I think we were there when the pirates attacked. I feel like that was Deirdre, wasn't it? Ah, yes. Back to the good old calendar system. This is usually what made it take forever.
What is your opinion of Claude? I can't help but wonder what sort of impression he made on you.
Claude? He's a schemer.
That is inarguable, and his schemes are still going strong. With them, he's managed to keep the Leicester Alliance from the Empire's grasp.
How has he done that?
Since the beginning, territories within the Alliance have been split between those who support the Empire and those who oppose it. Claude has been acting as an intermediary between the two, essentially keeping the Alliance pacified. As both sides are of equal strength, he's created a situation in which they all agree to avoid fighting each other and causing undue bloodshed. By carrying on as though the Alliance is united, he's minimized the Empire's influence there.
It's quite impressive how well his bold scheme has worked out.
Maybe you underestimated him.
On thin ice. One wrong move and the Alliance will shatter. Speaking of Claude, Your Majesty, we should not delay in our invasion of the Alliance. It would seem that Claude has some fresh scheme up his sleeve, to no one's surprise.
Is that so?
Yes. The people of Deirdre have suddenly found it difficult to leave or enter the city. We can safely assume he is preparing for battle. But I am certain his plans extend beyond that as well. Do you not think we should take Deirdre at once?
Deirdre, the aquatic capital. A city floating on the ocean certainly poses a challenge.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's where we fought the pirates, isn't it?
We haven't had the opportunity to attack it directly. However, now that we have control of the Great Bridge of Myrddin, our situation has changed drastically. They can no longer expand their supply line into the Empire, and so we can finally attack Regan territory.
House Regan is not only Claude's house, but also the flagship of those who oppose the Empire within the Alliance. If House Regan falls, the other Alliance lords will be tripping over themselves to join us. That is why we cannot fail to take Deirdre.
Alright, well, that seems difficult.
Fair enough. Claude will certainly be a difficult opponent.
The leader of the Alliance has had many things said about him. They say he is unbeatable in a battle of intellect. I hear they call him the master tactician.
Maybe, but can he rewind time? Because I can. It's hard to come up with a tactic that can beat that. Hey, Ingrid, you got to be the MVP, and now it's your birthday. Let's have a tea party to celebrate. I don't know.
Thank you for inviting me.
Yeah, I didn't figure. I don't know everyone's favorite tea. What am I supposed to do? Know all the tea? It's very high quality. Oh my god. Let's see. Things you find romantic? Ah. A little surprised that worked. Foden's future. Yes. Our first meeting? Yeah.
When did you start sword training? I was 5 when I began.
Chat? Hey, and I didn't even need to use a backup. Ha 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 ha. I did it all on my own.
What? Is there something on my face?
What is that in your hair? Is it like an inside ribbon? Seems like a weird thing, but whatever.
Strength and stamina are necessary for fighting on horseback, as is footwork.
Why do you need footwork when you're on a horse? Just out of curiosity. I'm sure it's important somehow, but I don't ride horses, so I don't know. Speaking of horseback riding, have some riding boots.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right. Thank you for the tea.
Thank you for the treat. I had such a great time.
Yeah, I know. It was fun, wasn't it? Oh, and there she goes again. Someone else must have gone by and spooked her. Okay, this sucks. I'm so sorry, Sapphire. Oh my god. Maybe she just ran out of the food that I gave her and now she's back to wanting outside.
What is it?
I just want to chat a bit.
No rights for you. I have blades, and if you wish to cross them, I'll be more than happy to. Although you may not be.
I'm pretty sure I can take you.
Not to, however. So I will hold off until the war ends.
You got a quest for me? Fighting alongside death.
Claude's earned himself a rather colorful nickname. He does whatever it takes to win. I like that. It will be especially satisfying to defeat him. I can't wait to see what his next move is.
Do you ever regret taking the path you did?
Sometimes.
I guess doubts and regrets just come with being human. Whatever path you choose going forward, I'll follow you without question.
It's mostly the war of it all that I kind of regret.
To tell you the truth, I used to be a knight of Seros. But at some point, I just couldn't follow the Archbishop anymore. I ran away in secret and decided to join the Imperial Army. When I found Alois here,
Oh my god, I might just end early today and just like... Because I can't go through another 3 hours if she's gonna keep crying like this. I feel so bad for her.
she started laughing as if she was possessed and spouting complete gibberish.
I'm sorry, I didn't even pick up on any of that.
We're gonna go up against Claude next? I haven't seen him in forever. Wonder how he's been. I chose this side because I believe in you, Professor. But it's not like I got anything against Claude.
Were you close?
Of course! Claude was the kind of person who would be instantly friends with anyone. I don't mind so much that we gotta fight him. I just hope he doesn't get killed.
Claude. Claude. Which one was he again? Oh, right. Yeah, of course I remember him. It's just, I can't picture his face. Don't remember what he looks like. I'm not sure if I ever knew.
Well, you didn't leave your house a lot, your room a lot.
What? Am I not supposed to see that?
I mean, it's fine. It's just a little colder than you typically are, Bernie. Yeah, I think I'm gonna end. I think I'm gonna end early and deal with my brother's dog because he fucking won't. And I cannot sit here and do this while she is whining in there. She needs attention and someone to watch her, and I guess it's gonna have to be me. So I'm just gonna blow off these next 10 or so minutes. I guess I got 8 minutes left. I'm gonna find someone to raid, and then I'm just gonna go, because you know what? Fuck it. Give me that. Give me that shit. Already purchased. Yeah, it did. Yeah, it is. Master Seal. We'll take at least one of them. Nope. I wanted to get one. So sluggish.
Didn't they used to call Claude the Master Tactician?
Sounds like what they call him now.
Maybe I'll get one if I can defeat him at Deirdre. I'll come up with a plan that'll beat his and earn a nickname for sure.
Yeah, because planning is what you're good at, Caspar. You're really good at plans. Your plan is probably just run straight ahead and start punching people.
I'm happy when we win battles, and I'm always relieved when our friends make it back safe. On the other hand, it's hard to watch the enemy die. Even worse when it's someone you know. Perhaps it would have been better if I just stayed with the opera.
I don't think so.
Right, Professor. I'll never regret the choices I've made. Now you just have to lead us to victory, so everyone else can let go of their regrets too.
Deirdre, the aquatic capital. I've heard it's a magnificent city, you know? If we're going, I wish it wasn't to wage war. It'd be more fun to visit with a cute girl on my arm.
Maybe once the war is over.
That's something to look forward to.
Without the support of the pro-imperialist lords, the alliance is greatly weakened. Even so, I don't feel great about all this. We're gonna be fighting Claude.
We must not let our guard down.
Can't. You're right. Claude has such unusual strategies for toying with his enemies. Even with you here, this battle will be very challenging.
Lawrence?
Now that we've seized the Great Bridge of Myrddin, House Gloucester is comfortable aligning itself with the Empire. The path to Regan lands lies straight before us. Our clash with Claude draws nearer by the moment.
Will he put up a hard fight?
I hope so. I would be quite disappointed if my greatest rival were to simply roll over. I know Claude better than anyone. He is a schemer. No doubt he has some trap for us in mind. Let us be vigilant, Professor.
Man, everyone's talking about how big of a schemer he is. Whatever it is, I'll bet it's something really tricky.
You enter the land of Almyra. House Goneril's territory touches the eastern border of the Alliance. They also have Lord Holst, the most valiant warrior in the Alliance. Tasked with keeping watch over the Almyrans' movements, he rarely leaves Goneril territory.
Meh, I could probably take him.
I have been wondering something. If I had not been your student, where would I be right now? Who would I be? Do you ever think about that sort of thing, Professor?
Occasionally. Like, what if I turn against the Empire?
So you do think about such questions. You can never find answers, though, right? We cannot turn back time. So there is no way to go back and try a different path.
Maybe not for you. I'm not quite so limited. No offense there, Ferdy. Open. There we go.
No. The tide of war is clearly favoring us, but Claude refuses to surrender.
It's kind of admirable.
Why that could be.
It's against his principles.
It seems to me that his ideals are not that far removed from Edelgard's.
They're not.
I suppose even the very powerful can be irrational at times.
Right.
They're not, but there's just no way that Claude could support the particular vision of the world that Edelgard wants to make the way she wants to make it. Hers would require an awful lot of bloodshed. The sad thing is, if she just agreed to work together with the other lords of the houses instead of these assholes who killed my father, she probably could have got what she wanted without all the bloodshed.
So, Goneril's troops have entered Deirdre. Oh, hey pal. Didn't see you there. Guess I was lost in thought.
Goneril, is this about Hilda?
Quick one, Professor. I caught wind that Duke Goneril sent Hilda to Deirdre. She's the sister of my buddy Holst. I can't let her die. I won't. Ugh. This is a terrible situation.
Well, if we can avoid it, we don't have to kill Hilda. I'd certainly like to be able to.
Fired up. Better keep an eye on him. Oh, sorry. I was just talking to myself. I hear you're heading out to Deirdre. Good luck with the battle.
Good luck with whatever it is that you do.
Oh, hello there, Professor. Did you need something from me? It doesn't look like you're wounded or anything. You just looking for someone to talk to?
Sure, why not?
So, well, I'm here for you. Making you feel better is my top priority. Whether it's physical pain or worries of the heart, you can come to me for anything, Professor.
I appreciate the thought.
Lately, the Kingdom and the Knights of Seros haven't made any significant moves. I don't suppose they're going to stand by and watch while we attack Deirdre. That's why I've doubled our guard and instructed them to be extra vigilant. I will keep Garrick Mock safe. It is my duty and responsibility.
Oh man, you're so gonna die, aren't you? Like, if there was a redder red shirt thing to say, I have not heard it.
Yes. Judith of Daphne, you are a force to be reckoned with. You will not be forgotten. In another life, I might have fought by her side.
I understand the
It's a harsh
sentiment.
truth, but it's the truth nonetheless. We can't change the past.
Hey, I mean, you were the one that killed her.
The Alliance troops were nothing to turn a nose up at. They were pretty strong and brave, too. Our next target of attack is Deirdre, the Alliance base. Better stay sharp, even if we do have superior numbers.
Yeah, okay. We're about at the end, so I'm gonna save it. I'm sorry for ending it 3 hours early, but I don't feel good about continually going while she is just crying in there for attention. I can't do it. So I'm just gonna find someone else to raid, and I'm gonna end early today, and I'm gonna figure out what to do with her. And then I'm going to have a very serious conversation with my brother about her. So let's figure out who we're raiding, I suppose. No, I should probably switch to the goodbye screen if I'm going to be leaving. There we go, that's better. Let me go ahead and put in our raid message. There it is. Again, thank you for being here. I'm so sorry for ending so early, but I can't keep going like this. I feel bad. I feel really bad about it. And I don't want to be streaming when I feel bad about her situation going on. So I'm gonna have to have a talk with my brother and figure that out before I stream again. Alright, okay, I know who we're gonna raid. It's their re-debut of their new model, so it's the perfect time to raid them. We're gonna be raiding Wabu. Haven't raided in a while, but they're re-debuting with their new model. So it's a fantastic time to raid. Alright, start the raid. I will sing the song, and then I will go. Thank you so much for being here. And 3, 2, 1. Hey, it's been really fun. We hope you liked it too. Seems like we've just begun when suddenly we're through. Goodbye, goodbye, good friends, goodbye. And now it's time to go. But hey, I say, well that's okay, 'cause we'll see you really soon, I know. Really soon, I know. Goodbye, goodbye, good friends, goodbye. And tomorrow, just like today, the moon, the bear, and the big blue house will be waiting for us to come and play. To come and play. To come and play. Bye now. Oh dear, what did we raid into?